Nigeria's Climate Action Plan and the Sustainable Land Management Drive of the federal government, a multi-sectoral project built to address extreme weather events and strengthen community climate resilience through restoration of degraded lands in Nigeria, made significant stride in the last 12 months, with about 92,000 hectares of land restored and over 1 million Nigerians benefiting from its community revolving fund. Environment correspondent Charles Alpha kept track of major activities in the year under review.
More than ever before, Nigeria's climate ambition continues to deliver in line with its obligation to the Paris Agreement and meets its nationally determined contributions NDCs, which is 20% unconditional and 47% conditional. That is, with external aid. And so, the drive to continue to empower rural communities and states was hit with climate change through sustainable practices that strengthens resilience and adaptation continued to manifest across regions. From the problem of desert encroachment and drought, the gradual disappearance of the Lake Chad in the north, to the rising sea level, coastal erosion and flooding in the south, and conflict and displacement resulting into the scrap for lean resources. 2024 was indeed one of some states' nightmares as flood swept through major towns and cities, causing untold hardship in communities. Residents living along floodplains, despite the 2024 NIMET predictions, were adamant. The case of Borno, Bayelsa, Kogi, Gombe, Jigawa, and some South states still echoes in the minds of those affected, with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and many well-meaning Nigerians visiting Borno to sympathize with victims of the horrible disaster. 2024 flood devastation was in the depths of gully erosions in Gombe, Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Yobe, and some parts of the country.
It's actually a 21-kilometer gully in terms of length that existed for a long period of time, and over time it has affected a lot of houses, a lot of people have died, animals, land and landed properties have been affected.
But the intervention of the federal government agro-climatic resilience in semi-arid landscapes brought succor with the restoration of over 92,000 hectares of degraded lands for farmers and disbursement of about $2 million World Bank Community Revolving Fund, which empowered more than 1 million beneficiaries for improved livelihoods in the year under review.
Whenever there's rainfall, we cannot go to the farm. Our children cannot go to school. We cannot go to the market. But to God be the glory. God just supported us through agri-shares. He supported us to clean our tears.
I get 1,360,000 because of the rain. We are just facing challenges by that time.
Pursuant to the president's drive to meet its net zero target and cut down emissions, lawmakers in the year under review began the process of passing a law that will discourage gas flaring and make polluters pay. Also, in 2024, Nigeria's commitment to a sustainable environment showed forth, with Nigeria shutting down facilities violating environmental laws. Several facilities were shut down for not adhering to Nigeria's guideline for mode of operations. Still in the year under review, Nigeria destroyed tons of seized pangolin scales and ivory to serve as deterrent to those into illegal trading of wildlife. Furthermore, in 2024, Nigeria, in a bid to guide against illegal and transnational crimes, signed an MOU with Cameroon on the protection of their borders and biodiversities. Now, COP29 was a major climate conference that climaxed Nigeria's climate ambition. With Nigeria signatory to the Paris Agreement and party to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP29 in Baku delivered so much more, with Nigeria taking the stand and solidifying its position in plenaries and high-level meetings while attracting the right kind of investment from China and Germany.
If we walk back home with 300 and we say that the developed countries are taking the lead, this is an insult to what the convention says.
MOU just signed now is trying to establish a relationship between Nigeria and the People's Republic of China in the area of energy, clean energy particularly, and also in the area of green industrialization.
With Nigeria staying committed to meeting its climate obligation, 2025 is believed will offer better opportunities to exceed targets in a bid to meet up with the Paris expectations. Charles Alpha, NT News.